Hello homeowners and first-time home buyers. Today we're going to talk about how to properly and accurately label your electrical panel, and this is really not as simple as you may think, especially if you've got an older home. A lot of the newer homes, the wires are run to code and they are split up in a way that makes sense. So for example, each room should have a breaker for the electrical outlets and then a separate breaker for the lights. And if you have an older home, like I do, you don't have that situation. You may have a breaker that covers outlets and lights, and then maybe not just in one room, but then you've got maybe an outlet that circuit handles just on the other side of the wall in another room, but the rest of the outlets in that other room might be on a different breaker, right? So it's not so simple and straightforward as the way your panel might be labeled that says living room. It doesn't really tell the whole story, and you could end up with a situation where you think you're working on a circuit or an outlet or a light switch that has no power, but it actually does. So I'm going to show you what you can do. Now this could take a total of a half an hour or less, or a little more depending on the size of your home. But I'm going to show you what I did here on this piece of paper, and I'm going to put it up on the screen and try to step to the side so describe what you're looking at. And this little piece of paper you could fold up and put inside of a pouch in your electrical panel. Sometimes there's a little plastic pouch, you can fold it up and fit it in there, or you can cut it down and tape it to the inside. Make it skinny, tape it to the inside, maybe on the opposite side of where the markings are right now for your panel. Now what this is going to do is this is going to show you each room, the outlets and the lights, and which breaker it is controlling each. And also, if you have a situation where you have maybe outlets are in a particular room might be covered by two different breakers, you can then identify that on a piece of paper, whereas inside of your panel there's not that kind of room on that little sticker to write everything that needs to be shown there, right? It's just, and if you've got crappy handwriting like I do, that's a whole other story. So in this situation, let's look at the top part of the page. So in the garage we've got the outlets and the lights all on one breaker, but in the master bedroom, in this situation, we've got outlets on breaker 4, lights on breaker number 5, okay? And in the master, let's skip over the kitchen for a second. Well, let's not. Let's look at how the back porch light is also covered by the lights inside of the kitchen. So that's one that will come up if you're needing to change the back porch light fixture. Which breaker do you turn off? What is it? Which one's controlling it? And it'd be good to know that it's part of the kitchen circuit, since that back porch doors or the sliding doors are coming out of your kitchen. And master bedroom, looks like both the outlets and the lights are covered by breaker number 10. And hallway, when your entranceway, there are hallway lights, and it looks like the front porch light in this situation is on the same breaker. That would make sense to know that, although in a new home it might be on its own breaker. Okay, so these are just a few examples of how and why you would want to make sure you label it specifically by room and by outlet and by light. Now look at the second bedroom here. We've got outlets and lights on one breaker, but the outlet next to the window is on a different breaker, and that same breaker is going to be the one that's handling the outlets and lights in the third bedroom. All right, that's an example of what I was talking about. So if you take the time to go ahead and put a schematic together like this before you actually need to figure out what's what, it's going to help you and anybody else working on your house for the future. Now, how do you figure that out? Well, with the lights, it's pretty simple. You turn the light on, and if you're not sure which breaker, you can, start flipping off breakers and see which lights get shut off, and then you make a note of it, and then you can put it on your little piece of paper. For outlets, you've got a couple of ways to figure it out. One, you can
use one of these. This is a little outlet tester. I did a whole video on this recently. You can go check that out. And also, this is a circuit breaker finder. It's called the Circuit Detective. This thing here, I got it at Harbor Freight. And what you do is you plug this into an outlet, and this has got a battery. And so then you take this and you run it, you touch each of your breakers until it starts beeping. Then it'll say that's the breaker that controls it. So you would put it here, you'd run it down slowly until it starts beeping, and then it tells you that's it, because it's detecting this thing that's plugged in to the outlet in the other room. Okay, so this thing works. I've tried it, and I actually did a video on this too a couple years ago. But if you were to do that, I would still want to be careful and make sure by plugging this in into the outlet after you flip the breaker to make sure that it has been shut off. Another thing you can do with outlets too is you can get a little lamp and start plugging it in, and then flip breakers and see which one it is that cut it off. Okay, so that's how you do it. And I do recommend you do that. If you thought this video was informative and you like the idea, give me that thumbs up. I appreciate you. And I've got a couple more electrical videos for you for the home. And also give me a thumbs up if you're a first-time home buyer as well. You don't have to be both, but if you're a first-time home buyer and if you thought this was a cool idea, just let me know. Thanks everyone, and we will see you in the next video.